Hello and welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to talk about a question I've received, which is about having lots of different notes and linking them together, but creating some kind of higher level note as a concept to bring some understanding of those notes together. And it's really about clarification of what that is in the Zettelkasten method. And the thing that came to mind very quickly was maps of content. And these essentially are notes where you have a high level understanding of something like an outline, and you can link in subnotes. You don't use it to store content, you just use it as a map, as a way to bring them together. One of the powerful things about the Zettelkasten method is that in your permanent notes store, you might have lots of different notes all linked together, but through a different lens. Like if you're asking a specific question, you might be able to bring this note here and that note there. A good example would be if you've got notes on how to sleep better and notes on anxiety, for example. And you might find a connection between the two, that in order to reduce anxiety, you might want to look at techniques that can help you get more rest and sleep so that your body can reset in a better way. And having those two things in isolation is one thing, but being able to bring them together in a narrative is really powerful. And what I do in my workflow is I have maps of content which are sort of like entry points to the topics. And I might have really high level ones such as biology, mindset, all those kind of things. But then I may have more nuanced ones as well. And sometimes I'll bring that into my projects where I want to answer a specific question about my note taking or about my understanding, or I'm creating a blog post that provides some kind of insight through the lens of a question. So for example, how does sleep improve anxiety, for example? That could be one of the questions. And then what I would do is I'd use it as a map of content initially and bring in those notes that are of relevance. And then if in my storytelling and my writing that I want to touch on more of that direction because it's of value, then I can follow the links in those notes and bring them out and maybe put them as subpoints in the project note or the map of content. There's no reason you can't do it hierarchically and have sort of more depth going through and then bringing it out into the higher concepts. So yeah, with a Zettelkasten system with lots of permanent notes, you're going to be linking things, but it feels like all your notes are just a one big dumping ground that's really flat. And that can be quite daunting because we're used to systems where we put things in folders and we organize it. And personally, I hate doing that because there's never one way to organize something. Do I organize it by tag, by category, by theme, by question, by date? There's no right answer. I think that's something that the software should be able to do. I shouldn't have to do that. But what you can do is use them as a way of organizing based on what's important to you, those questions you want to ask, the way you want to understand it. And if you're creating content, you're doing an essay, or you're creating a blog post, you can use those maps of content as the outline for the work that you want to do, pull in the notes, and then you start writing and producing the content to teach it to someone else. So I hope this video has been useful, and if you did enjoy it, do consider subscribing and giving the video a like. And on this channel, I do share other tips about the note-taking method of the Zettelkasten. I look at different software that you can do it in, plus also broadly kind of productivity and mindset and all that. Those things I absolutely love, and share my knowledge journey through the channel. And I'm also sharing the progress of building my own note-taking app called Flowtelic, which helps you study, learn, think, write, and publish with maximum efficiency and consistency. And if that's something you want to follow along, do head over to join.flowtelic.com, where you can get instant access to the app to play with, and I'll give email updates as and when new things on the app are there. So hope you've enjoyed it, and catch you in the next one.